Have you at any point envisioned having the option to draw in cash effectively and easily? It sounds unthinkable, yet imagine a scenario where I let you know that there is a Buddhist mystery that could change your monetary life. In this video, I will uncover the 3 words that, when rehashed accurately, can bring in cash stream into your life normally and easily. These old lessons have helped individuals all over the planet change their monetary. The truth is, and today you will find how to apply this insight to accomplish the flourishing you want. Stay with me until the end and figure out how these 3 straightforward words can be the way to opening all the overflow potential in your life. Are you confronting monetary troubles? Do you feel like regardless of how hard you work, cash is never sufficient? Then this video is for you. How about we disentangle this strong Buddhist mystery together and venture out toward your monetary autonomy? Before we jump into the Buddhist privileged insights, remember to buy into the feed and leave your like. This assists me with carrying more happy like this to you. And since we're discussing thriving, offer the mantra in the remarks: I'm a magnet for thriving. How about we make a chain of good energy together and make the ways for success in our lives? Words have an influence that we frequently misjudge. They are not just sounds or letters joined, yet they convey energy and aim. When we talk, we are projecting our convictions, feelings, and assumptions into the universe. Subsequently, what we decide to express, whether without holding back or in our viewpoints, can straightforwardly impact our existence in numerous profound lessons, including Buddhist ones. Words are viewed as strong instruments for molding our fate. In Buddhism, it is accepted that words can make or obliterate, form or destroy. This view depends on the possibility that language reflects and impacts our cognizance. When we rehash expressions of influence, we are reinforcing the convictions they convey and hence adjusting our activities to these convictions. For instance, when we rehash mantras or good certifications, we are modifying our brains to draw in what we want, whether it be harmony, well-being, or flourishing. Besides, current science has likewise investigated the effect of words on our prosperity and our lives. Concentrates on demonstrate the way that good confirmations can diminish pressure, further develop temperament, and even increment versatility in tough spots. This exhibits that words are unbiased articulations as well as rather devices that can assist us with changing our existence whenever utilized with mindfulness and expectation. Consequently, by understanding the genuine influence of words, we can start to utilize them all the more deliberately and purposely rather than talking or naturally suspecting. Naturally, we can pick words that elevate us, that draw in flourishing, and that fortify our association with the universe. In this video, we will investigate how words can be the way to opening monetary overflow, beginning by understanding how to utilize them for our potential benefit. The general rule that good energy attracts good is an idea that has acquired fame lately, yet its foundations are profoundly entwined with old otherworldly customs, including Buddhism. This regulation recommends that what we concentrate an energy on is what we draw in into our lives. As such, our considerations, sentiments, and convictions have the influence to shape our world. When you think about abundance, thriving, and overflow and really accept that you merit these things, you start to vibrate at a recurrence that draws in amazing open doors and circumstances that mirror those cravings. In Buddhism, this thought lines up with the comprehension that our psyche is the maker of our experience and that by changing our awareness we can change our general surroundings. The way to making the pattern of energy attracting similar energy work is grasping that it's tied in with needing something as well as rather about adjusting yourself intellectually and sincerely with that want. This implies that it's sufficiently not to just say you need thriving, you want to feel deserving of it and profoundly accept that it is now on its way. This is where cognizance becomes an integral factor. Our awareness resembles a magnet that draws into us what relates to our inside state. On the off chance that we are continually stressed, unfortunate, or putting stock in shortage, we will draw in a greater amount of those encounters into our lives anyway. In the event that we can keep a cognizance of overflow, appreciation, and confidence in the progression of life, We will start to see these characteristics manifest in our world. Buddhism instructs that command over our brain and awareness is principal to making any type of progress or inward harmony. Contemplation care rehearses, and the utilization of mantras are apparatuses that assist with centering the brain and make an inside vibration that resounds with our longings. By carrying our awareness to the present and developing good and helpful contemplations, we are basically programming our psyches to see and draw in what we need. The pattern of good following good thusly isn't a mysterious idea, yet an everyday act of arrangement between what we need and what we are vibrating. Through understanding and applying this regulation, we can draw in monetary flourishing as well as carry on with a fuller and seriously fulfilling life. Associating our cognizance with the overflow that as of now exists in the universe, words have a groundbreaking influence when spoken with aim and conviction. And with regards to appearance, the words I acknowledge, I merit, I permit convey a unique influence. Every one of these words goes about as a vital aspect for opening various parts of our brain and soul, permitting overflow to stream unreservedly into our lives. I acknowledge is the first of these words, and maybe the most central. Tolerating implies freeing yourself up to potential outcomes, perceiving that thriving can be yours and that you are prepared to get it. Frequently, individuals experience issues tolerating overflow because of restricting convictions or de-established fears. Anyway, by certifying I acknowledge, you are getting through these psychological boundaries, certifying to yourself and the universe that you are ready to invite all that is great and prosperous. The second word, I merit, is similarly strong. It straightforwardly defies the inside questions and insecurities that large numbers of us convey. Where it counts, we as a whole craving thriving, yet not every person accepts they deserve it. Saying I merit is an announcement of self-esteem. It's an affirmation that you genuinely deserve every one of the beneficial things life has to offer, including riches and monetary achievement. When you genuinely accept that you merit overflow, you start to act in a manner that draws in these things into your life. You quit undermining your own possibilities and begin seeing open doors where there were once obstructions. This word subsequently is an urgent move toward the excursion of indication, since it reinforces fearlessness and adjusts your activities to your cravings. At last, I permit finishes this strong triplet, opening the way for overflow to manifest without limitations. Permitting implies relinquishing unreasonable control, delivering inward opposition, and confiding during the time spent the universe. Frequently, even in the wake of tolerating and accepting that we merit something, we actually hold oblivious blocks that forestall the full acknowledgement of our longings. I permit is an approach to delivering these securities, permitting the regular progression of life to bring you what is correct, legitimately yours. This word concludes the indication cycle, guaranteeing that you want and feel commendable, as well as permit yourself to get all that the universe is prepared to offer. Together, these three words structure a strong mantra that, when rehashed with confidence and aim, can change your monetary reality and draw in the success you look for. Accomplishing monetary overflow isn't simply an issue of wishing or rehashing mantras. It requires adjusting considerations, feelings, and activities toward your objective. The initial step to drawing and flourishing is lucidity of aim, knowing precisely exact thing you need and why you need it is essential. Clearness coordinates your energy as well as kills questions and fears that can disrupt your endeavors. Put forth unambiguous monetary objectives and picture how your life will be the point at which those objectives are accomplished. Perception is a strong strategy that goes past essentially envisioning. It includes feeling as though the objective has proactively been acknowledged, making a close-to-home express that draws in that reality. Furthermore, by being clear about your cravings, you become more responsive to the amazing open doors the universe places in your way. The subsequent step is the consistent act of appreciation, is an attractive power that draws in a greater amount of what you are appreciative for. By recognizing and valuing what you as of now have, you make an impression on the universe that you are fulfilled and prepared to get much more. This doesn't mean you ought to settle or quit craving new things, but instead that you ought to esteem what you have previously accomplished while staying open to the new appreciation. Additionally, moves your viewpoint, assisting you with zeroing in on what is good in your life, which thus raises your vivacious vibration. A higher vibration draws in circumstances and individuals who are on a similar recurrence, making a ceaseless pattern of flourishing. Integrating appreciation into your day-to-day schedule, whether through an appreciation diary or straightforward reflections, can have a huge effect in your excursion to monetary overflow. The third and last step is roused activity. Monetary overflow doesn't show just through contemplations and sentiments, yet through substantial activities. Propelled activity implies simply deciding and making strides that are lined up with your objectives and instincts. It's acting with certainty, realizing that the universe is planning in support of yourself. This can incorporate anything from making key speculations, looking for new position or business chances, to further developing abilities that increment your reasonable worth. The distinction between enlivened activity and customary activity lies in inspiration and aim. When your activities are directed by a feeling of direction and conviction, they will quite often be more compelling and produce more significant outcomes, thusly consolidating clearness of aim. The act of appreciation and roused activity is the recipe for opening monetary overflow and carrying on with an existence of thriving. To finish up, recollect that the way to monetary overflow is in your grasp, and everything begins with the words and activities you browse now on. To continue to figure out how to draw in flourishing into your life, remember to buy into the feed and leave your like. This assists me with keeping on bringing content that can change your world. And to additionally reinforce this chain of positive energy, share the mantra in the remarks: I'm a magnet for success, and overflow streams unreservedly into my life. We should proceed with together on this excursion toward overflow and the satisfaction of your cravings.